Hey, Shabbat Shalom. Yeah, we in the memorial of blowing of trumpets. Today is Wednesday, August the 16th, 2023. The hopeful year that all these prophecies come to pass. And so tonight at even we coming out of a holy day, all right, out of the new moon. And yeah, this video I'm about to play is crazy, man, but it just speaks to how this land is full of adultery, man. This land is full of adultery. And that's actually written in the scriptures in Jeremiah, the 23rd chapter. This land is full of adultery. All right, both in terms of men laying with other men's wives and women laying with married men. In terms of the physical and in terms of spiritual adulterers. Because 2/3 of the Lord's people over here in Babylon, all right, 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, along with you speckled birds, are adulterers, man. In the physical sense and in the spiritual sense, because you spiritual fornicating and worshiping idols instead of worshiping the Lord. So it's twofold, man. So I'm going to title this video, The Land is Full of Adultery. And it's sick, man, what this woman says. But this happens all the time, man. This is the kind of behavior that's not only tolerated, but applauded here in Babylon, Sodom, America. It's filthy, man. All right, hold on. Before I go any further, though, Shlaki, I want to give all glorification, honor, and praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKwadash. Double honors to the venerable apostles of the Great Millstone, along with the bishops of Zaquaniam, who guide and teach the church well, because that's what they do. And salutations to you, Akim, out there pushing his word on the four corners of the earth. Those of you preaching, teaching, and prophesying the right way. Those of you waking up the lost sheep of the house of Israel through the preaching of this word, on down to all those among Israel who have believed our report, the men, women, and children of believers. They too are going to be delivered out of this coming hellfire, which is going to be compliments of the intercontinental ballistic missiles and the chariots of the Lord. All right, without further ado, let me play this, and I'm going to grab some precepts. This is real impromptu, but I do have a couple precepts to get into, and we'll see where this lesson goes. This place is disgusting, man. This is, again, it's Sodom. It's Babylon the Great. It's Rome reincarnated. It's Egypt. It's filthy, man. This place is filthy, man. This place is filthy, and it's going to be destroyed, man. It's fixing to be destroyed. Nothing but fire can cure the ills. It's got to be burned, man. It's got to be burned. This land is polluted. It's polluted with all this adultery. It's soaked with the blood of the saints. Yeah, the saints is over here, man. The prophets. All right, Esau spilled the blood of the prophets over here. So this place is going to be burned, man. Wiped off the fucking earth. Sick ass shit.
I don't want to cause crashes because I'm just so rooted right now. So the man that I've been messing with is a married man, and every night, well, for about 3 nights in a row, or even maybe there's a night in between, I was licking his butthole. Yep. Because he liked it. And I didn't mind doing it. Does that bother? Is that weird? Yeah. And that is what demons do.
Yeah, it is weird. And you're right. You got demons all over you. And Jake does this shit, man. Jake's out here sticking his tongue up on these nasty ass hoes' buttholes, man. So, these Edomites, these so-called white people, they animals, man. But Jake is doing the same damn thing, man. 2/3 anyways. I never even conceived of doing this shit, man. Like the water y'all bust me outside, that's never even come into my mind. Who sits around and wants and thinks about sticking their tongue up someone's asshole, man? You know, and bear with me because I know this is, you know, but it's for the sake of the video, man. To highlight the filthiness of this place, man, and the mindset of these fucking demons out here, man. It's filthy, man. Let me get a scripture. You're supposed to put adulterers to death here, man. You're supposed to put adulterers to death. Now we don't execute the laws of the Lord being in this kingdom because this is Esau's kingdom and anything goes here. But according to the law, what's supposed to happen to these people? She's out here bragging about licking a married man's asshole. That's disgusting, man. Leviticus chapter 20 and verse 10. And the man that committeth adultery with another man's wife, even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death. So if this was ancient Israel, all right, this woman would have been taken to the elders of the city and she would have been stoned. Filthy, man.
So we drove all the way down to Newport Beach today so I could buy him a boat. I was so in love, so I thought, so I could buy this gentleman a boat. And I brought cash to put a down payment down. Like, I really loved him. I was like, yes, like, we're into the same thing. Like, we're kinky, blah, blah, blah. And his wife, because he's married, and I feel so bad because, I can't stand her. I can't stand his wife. Because she wasn't even like, wait, what? You've been messing with my man? She said, you lunatic, you get out of my life or I'll get an RO on you. No, I'll put your ass in jail. Anyway, so I've been licking your man's butthole for weeks on end because he likes it a lot, and I do it to him, and he comes to me, and it happens. And that's a lot. I know it's a lot of information, but I'm the lunatic, right?
Yeah, you are.
I'm
You a
just
lunatic.
single, very single. And he came to me. So you don't accuse me of being a lunatic, but I'll tell you one thing.
You just said you was a lunatic. You are a lunatic.
I'll put you in jail so fast, your head will be spinning. Don't you ever threaten me. And I will show you how I do. Don't you?
She mad at the woman for being mad at her for getting with her husband, man. She's mad. She talking about she's gonna show her how she does, man. It's disgusting, man. You know, I'm laughing, but it is really disgusting.
Threaten me when your husband.
Nasty. Apparently, this woman is she's an actress. Hold on. Yeah, she's an actress. I had never heard of her. I just seen the video, and I was inspired by the spirit, you know, to go into how this place is. America is just full of adultery, man, and these adulterers aren't being put to death. You know, it's not that time right now. You know, we ain't gonna go out here and enforce the laws of the Bible because this isn't our kingdom. Okay, but in the kingdom of heaven, when this type of shit goes down, and the heathen are caught doing this, that's when the laws are gonna be enforced, man. In the kingdom of heaven, when 144,000 are ruling and reigning. All right, the real kings and priests of the earth up under Yahweh Shai and Malak Dawadah. Okay, yeah, what was her name? Taryn. She's an actress. It's her right there. See what makeup does, man? You wouldn't think that was the same person, but that's Hollywood makeup artists, man. It's all witchcraft. These actresses and actors, they aren't who they appear to be. It's all makeup and sleight of hand and deception. Don't even look like the same person, does it? It says she's best known for portraying Tiffany Pennsatucky, I don't know, the Doggett in the Netflix original series Orange is the New Black. She a nasty asshole, man. But again, Jake's out here doing it, committing adultery. And again, it's spiritual and physical. You know, if you spiritually committing adultery, you know, you're going to be put to death. You know, you got Jake out here still in Christianity, Jake out here still into Islam and Buddhism and all these various false religions and false philosophies. And you got Jake out here literally sleeping with his brother's wives. Both are abominable in the eyes of the Lord. It's abomination, man. It's one of the 10 Commandments. Yeah, now since this video came out, you know, her PR people, you know, her public relations people, you know, they wrote her up a nice little apology. They're doing damage control. This bitch ain't sorry for what she did, man. She did it willingly. They always writing them fake ass apologies. She ain't sorry, man. And this is why. Well, I know years ago the CDC. Hold on, let me look it up. Years ago the CDC, the data showed that 1 out of every 3 Americans had a STD. 33% of the population has STDs, man, because they sticking their tongues up their partner's buttholes, man. It's disgusting. Let's see. CDC STD statistics. Let's look that up. Ha. Record high STDs threaten millions of Americans from 2017 to 2021. Overall, reported STDs have increased 7%. God damn. Chlamydia decreased. All right, well, chlamydia decreased again from the years 2017 to 2021. So I guess this is the most recent data. But gonorrhea increased 28%. Syphilis increased about 74%. Look at this. Congenital syphilis, which is syphilis among newborns. This is disgusting, man. Increased more than 203%. And you know why? Because you people aren't following the laws of the Bible. Okay, the Esau used to call this place, you know, a Christian nation, man. Okay? Used to say this was a nation founded on Christian principles, on the laws of the Bible. Bullshit. This place was never Christian. This place never followed the laws of the Bible. This government does everything contrary to the Bible. Why? Because the people in rulership is the wicked. Esau, Edom. The wicked is in authority. That's why the people are out here mourning. Hold on, let's get that. Was that in the Proverbs? Yeah, let's get that in the Proverbs. I think it's Proverbs 29. That's why the people are out here mourning, man. Because the righteous ain't in authority. Yeah, here we go. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. See, ultimately in the kingdom of heaven, after the nations served their 1,000 years of slavery, you know, and they go back to their lands and they're still going to be, you know, under the Israelites, but they're going to be rejoicing, man. Why? Because The righteous are going to be in authority. This earth is going to be ruled in righteousness, man. Remember, we looking for a kingdom wherein dwelleth righteousness. So righteousness is going to be the rule of the land. Righteousness is going to rule the earth. All right, it says, but when the wicked beareth rule, which is, who's bearing rule right now, Esau, Edom, the wicked, starting with his elites, them Amalekites, them Jewish national banking family. It says, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. That's why people are out here mourning. I mean, even the animals and nature is mourning because the earth is being destroyed, man. Land is full of adultery. Well, let's just read that scripture. It's in Jeremiah 23. Yeah. Now, again, it's twofold. And this particular scripture is dealing with, the leaders of, going after false gods, committing adultery in a spiritual sense. But you can apply it to, Jake, popping his neighbor's wife. Okay? Goes on all the time, man. Jake gets off on doing that shit. That's what he lives for. He lives for the weekend when he can smoke dope and go out and commit adultery. Jeremiah chapter 23 and verse 10, for the land is full of adulterers. For because of swearing, the land mourneth. The pleasant places of the wilderness are dried up, and their course is evil, and their force is not right. I was reading in Jeremiah 29. Yeah, here we go. Jeremiah 29 going into the Babylonian captivity. When the kingdom of Judah, not everybody, but when the southern kingdom went into captivity under the Babylonians circa 597 BC. Okay, one of the things that they was rebuked for by the Lord was for what? Was for committing adultery, man. Okay, among other sins, among other abominations. I'll get right to the point. In Jeremiah 29 and verse 22, and of them shall be taken up a curse by all the captivity of Judah, which are in Babylon. Okay, saying, the Lord Yahweh make thee like Zedekiah and like Ahab, whom the king of Babylon roasted in a fire, because they have committed villainy in Israel and have what? Committed adultery with their neighbors' wives. Okay, among other things, right? And have spoken lying words in my name. You got elders out here among Israel speaking lies in the Lord's name. You got other Mississippi maniacs speaking all kinds of lies, blaspheming, talking shit. Not everyone who comes in the name of the Lord saying, calling on Yahweh Shai is right. Is right. A lot of them is liars, man. Okay, and have spoken lying words in my name. Okay, which I have not commanded them. Even I know, and am a witness, saith the Lord Yahweh. Yeah, man. Adultery is, again, if you're an adultery, if adulterers were put to death in ancient Israel. Okay, and now King David committed adultery, right, when he laid down with Bathsheba, who was married to Uriah the Hittite. But, he repented, and the Lord had mercy on him. But yeah, man, that's a wicked sin, man. That's a wicked sin. Not all sin is the same, man. That's Christians. It's another stupid thing that Christians say. Oh, all sin is sin. Okay, so stealing a pack of cigarettes from 7-Eleven, that's the same as committing adultery. That's the same as being a spiritual fornicator. Get the fuck out of here, man. Dumbass Christians. Yeah, this land is full of adultery, man. Full of adultery. Let's get that. Let's get something in what is it, James? James. James chapter 4 and verse 4, ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that friendship of the world is enmity with Yahweh? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of Yahweh. Okay, so yeah, so being friends with this world, being a part of this system, learning the ways of the heathen, that makes you a friend of the world, that makes you an adulterer, that makes you the enemy of Yahweh B'Shem Shai. All right, and again, all the two-thirds of Yasharallah, okay, who were dwelling in the sinful kingdom, which is America, okay, Amos, the 9th chapter, are going to be put to death, man. The enemies of the Lord are going to be slain, man. The enemies of Yahweh B'Shem Shai are going to be, put to death. They're going to feel death by pain, man. Both for being physical adulterers and for being spiritual fornicators. Worshiping idols, man. This place it's disgusting, man. Yeah, I watched that video and I was like, oh, I had to speak on it. Just type in adultery. Go to the blue letter. But people are out here committing all kinds of unlawful sex acts, man. Adultery. People out here, literally, people are out here fucking animals, man. That's Esau, man. He's these people are the children of base men. That's what it says in Job chapter 30 and verse 8. Jake ain't into that. But, all that bestiality is unlawful sex act. Well, I do. I said I was going to type in adultery. And there's states here in this so-called country where that's legal, man. It's actually legal. Not according to the law of the Lord, it ain't. Oh, yeah, here we go. In the Proverbs, some wisdom. Let's get some wisdom. Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 32. But whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. Yes, you really lack. It's because you lack this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. That's why you're out here doing it. Okay? Because if the Lord was dealing with you, you would clearly see that this is abominable. This is wicked, sinful. He that doeth it destroyeth his own soul. Yup. And again, Israel committed adultery. What? By worshiping Baal, serving false gods. That's why the northern kingdom fell to the Assyrians. What was that, in 722 BC? Because they was being wicked. They was sacrificing their sons and daughters to Moloch. Sent them through the fires, literally. It says right here, in Jeremiah chapter 3 and verse 8, and I saw when for all the causes whereby backsliding Israel committed adultery, I had put her away and given her a bill of divorce. Right? So that's how Israel became, a no people and had to be brought back. Okay? Yet her treacherous sister Judah feared not, but went and played the harlot also. Okay? And it came to pass through the lightness of her, in verse 9, through the lightness of her whoredom, that she defiled the land and committed adultery with stones and with stocks. Yeah? So again, adultery in the spiritual sense is wicked, and adultery in the physical sense is wicked. It's wicked, man. Yeah, in Jeremiah 29 too, it also talks about those among Judah, or the kingdom of Judah, right? Which at the time in the land was Judah, Levi, and Benjamin, with a little bit of the northern tribe, but mostly for the most part it was Judah, Levi, and Benjamin in the land during that time. And it talked about how those among Judah who didn't go into the captivity, how the Lord chased after them with a sword, with famine, and with pestilence, and removed them into all the kingdoms of the earth. Which that's going to happen again, man. The Lord is going to come after you 2/3 with sword, famine, and pestilence. Let's get that. Let's go back to Jeremiah 29. Yeah, because that which was then is now. Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 16. Know that thus saith the Lord Yahweh, of the king that sitteth upon the throne of David, and of all the people that dwelleth in this city, and of your brethren that are not gone forth with you into the captivity. Okay, it says, thus saith the Lord of Yahweh of hosts, behold, I will send upon them the sword, the famine, and the pestilence. Okay, that's coming on the 2/3, man. The sword, the famine, and the pestilence. It says it will make them like vile figs that cannot be eaten. They are so evil. And the 2/3 are evil, man. Adulterers, spiritually fornicating, worshiping idols, celebrating Halloween, Valentine's Day, Easter, Christmas, eating pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, being wicked, being evil, man. It says, and I will persecute them with a sword and with the famine and with the pestilence, and will deliver them to be removed to all the kingdoms of the earth, to be a curse and an astonishment and a hissing and a reproach among all the nations whither I have driven them. And why did the Lord do that? It says, and why is he going to do this during time of Jacob's trouble? It says because they have not hearkened to my words. Right? 2/3 you ain't hearkening to the words of the prophets, which we just mouthpieces of the Lord. We just ambassadors of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. He's the one that put these words in our mouths. We're just speaking them to you, and you ain't hearkening. All right, it says, because they have not hearkened to my words, saith the Lord. All right, Yahweh, which I sent unto them by my servants the prophets, rising up early and sending them, but you would not hear, saith the Lord. Yep. All right, where was that? Let's go back to where I was. Oh yeah, I just typed in adultery. Just type in adultery, man. Type in adultery, adulterer. Damn. Yeah, well, I can get this in Hosea. Why is there so much blood being spilled in this land right now? And why is it, becoming worse as we in them perilous times? Because of all this adultery being committed out here. All right, again, among other sins. All right, sin is a transgression of the law. That's what sin is. Sin is transgressing these laws, statutes, and commandments. All right, Hosea chapter 4, verse 2, by swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood toucheth blood, man. Yep. Nothing but adultery, perversion, sexual perversion of all types. Oh, bestiality. Yeah. All unlawful sex acts, man, are abominable. Putting your rod in a woman's asshole that's sodomy. That's wicked. You ain't supposed to pop your woman in the ass. That's wicked. You got leaders among Israel saying that's okay. Well, I don't quote me on this, but I think General Yohana said that in the past. I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I apologize, but I'm pretty sure. Fact check me on it. Nah, that's sodomy, man. All right, let's see where. Is bestiality legal? Huh. As of June 2021, only Hawaii, New Mexico, West Virginia, and Wyoming did not have laws against bestiality. That's disgusting, man. That's disgusting. That's why all you people out here have STDs, syphilis, gonorrhea, AIDS, herpes. Place is defiled, man. This land is full of adultery. The Lord's going to come back and cleanse this place. He's going to burn it with fire. Okay, he's going to put 2/3 of you jakes out of your misery. Going to burn up you Edomites, and the heathen, all right, who remain here, you're going to be burned up too, man. I say it a lot. I don't know why you heathen are still over here. What the fuck are you still over here for? The dollar has collapsed. What, you hadn't gotten the memo yet? The dollar is dead, man. So y'all better go home. Because you get caught over here, you're going to catch nukes too. This place is disgusting. This land is full of adultery, and the Lord's coming back, all right, with fire to do away with this place, man. And good riddance. Lord willing, you was edified through the Spirit. And with that, I want to say shalom, and it's on to the next video.